Hi, this is Dan, VK6NAD. We've just wrapped up Perth Tech, and I've got a couple of gentlemen here that hosted one of the sessions. So we've got Paul, VK2APA, and we've got Scott, VK3KJ. Now, the thing these two guys have got in common, if you haven't already guessed, is they're both presidents. We've got Paul, the president of RASA, and we've got Scott, the president of WIA, and they hosted a section together. Gentlemen, can you tell me how you come to be sitting together on the stage and talking about a common subject?
Well, to be honest with you, I had dinner last night with Scott, and he also shared with me what he was going to talk about, and I noticed that we are talking about the same things in amateur radio. It's surprising what we have in common, our concerns and interests in amateur radio.
Yeah, and look, from my side, firstly to say it's not the first time that Paul and I have actually come together. You know, we talk from time to time. There's obviously items of common discussion about things that are happening within the amateur radio sector, and it was great to have dinner last night. But look, you know, today I guess, I spoke about just some of the things that are probably close to my heart, some of the things in the hobby that need to change, and the things that obviously come to mind today. We were talking a bit about, politicisation, where there's really no role for that within the hobby, and, we must get along, and we've just got to be better role citizens. The next thing we spoke about today was we spoke a bit around, bullying, harassment, victimisation, and some of the behaviours in the industry which are just not conducive to what we want within the hobby, where we obviously all want to be united. And I guess, look, we identified today, and I was talking from a personal level that, irrespective of your views of either organisation, everybody will make a decision who they want to join, and many people obviously are members of both organisations. But I think, the takeaway today for us was, we've just got to do it better. We've got to do the yards. We've got to work together. We've got to influence ACMA. But importantly, we just need to represent the hobby better.
On that subject, you've both sat together with ACMA in recent times, and one of the things that surprised me from your conversation was how much impact some of the politics have had on amateur radio's relationship with the ACMA and how they view us.
Well, what happened is there was quite a surprise, I think, from the people who attended the meeting. They did comment. It was good to see both the WIA and RASA joining together in a meeting, and I think that was quite an eye-opener for the ACMA.
The noise that's come out of the amateur community in the ACMA's ears, has that had any impact?
Yeah, well, look, there's no doubt, and I think, I commented about this today in the talk, that, if we sort of reflect back in time, and, we're talking today, of course, about class licensing, we're talking about increased power. Obviously, last year, of course, we got our 2x1 call signs after a lot of work that took place in the background. And I guess if we were united and we're all working as one, that probably would have happened a lot earlier. It would have happened years ago. So I think, the point of it is that, we're stronger as one. That was a really strong sort of theme today coming through. We're stronger as one. And, there's not a lot of amateur radio operators in Australia. And I think we all share a common interest and a common goal. And, I think we can do it better.
So that begs the question, do we need two entities if you're both on the same page?
Well, RASA came out of a need, and I guess we're a little bit different. We're a modern organisation that operates a little differently. We've adopted perhaps a different approach to amateur radio representation. We've put some initiatives out there. We support things like QRM Guru. We've got things like the Regs Info website, which supports those people learning their regulations or those people who want to top things up. So we do a lot of different bits and pieces, which are a little different to the WIA. However, we've often spoken within the RASA whether or not there is a need for us in the future if things changed. And that would be something we would have to cross in the future. But perhaps there isn't a need for RASA if things did change.
Well, I think right now we're sport having both of you here, so thank you very much, gents. I look forward to seeing you in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.